Let's continue the race. We're back.
Yes.
Sadly, we're not playing Diablo 3.
Yeah, I kind of wanted to play some Diablo 3 as well tonight, but yeah, whatever. We have to continue our race as well, so...
Yeah, we do. I'm looking forward to go to Northrend tonight.
I hope that I will be able to go to Northrend as well tonight. It would be really nice.
Yeah, you're level 63 right now, so maybe, who knows?
Yeah, you never know. There is a slight chance.
There's always a chance, yes. There definitely is a chance you will get there. But I will become a Viking in Northrend because I don't want to be a paladin anymore. I'm going to be a Viking now.
You're going to be a Viking? Alright, you be a Viking, my friend.
I will go pillage the village.
So you're going to Shadowmoon, right? Yeah,
Yes.
you're going to Shadowmoon right now.
I'm going towards Shadowmoon right now. To, well, get my last bit of experience.
You only need to be level 68 and then you can go to Northrend.
Yep.
You have to go to Grimar now first, though, I think.
Yeah, I actually made a little bit of a mistake. Because I never went to Orgrimmar. I have to travel to Orgrimmar when I hit level 68, so I have to travel from Blood Elf starting area. Well, not starting area, but like Falcon Wing Inn. And then I have to go to Silvermoon. And then I have to go towards Orgrimmar. And
Then take the Zeppelin.
then take the Zeppelin. So it's gonna be a bit of a travel episode. But then again, people have watched or are going to watch us play Diablo 3, where the first 2 episodes are going to be really slow, or were really slow. So I mean, the first 2 we kind of died a lot in Diablo 3. So
Yeah, we died a lot.
yeah,
Not just a little bit, no.
we died a lot.
We died a lot.
Mainly because I was I figured that playing on Master was faster, and in the end
Yes.
it is.
At the end it was. Oh, it is indeed, but we kind of forgot, I think, that we don't have any Paragon levels.
Yeah. Paragon levels make it a whole lot easier, and yeah. Well, usually I start at Master because it's fun, but
Yeah, and faster.
and a whole lot faster. But not when you don't have any Paragon points and it's just the beginning of the season. So
Some point we will snowball everything.
yeah, we already got to the point. So
Yeah, we already got to the point indeed that we are snowballing.
yeah. It will eventually be shown that we are snowballing the hell out of the areas now.
Yeah.
So that's gonna be great.
But yeah, for the rest I still don't have any clue what I'm going to do with the monk.
Yeah, I'm still looking at it as well. I think the build that I have now is pretty fun, but that's just the low level build with the whole kicking and stuff.
Yep.
And then having the extra abilities happen. I think that's pretty funny, but I don't know if I'm gonna stick with it or not. Probably not. I mean, it's a low level build. I don't even have every ability yet.
I don't know what I'm going to do yet. I mean, there are like 6 or 7 different monk builds that you can do.
Yeah, something like that.
So yeah.
I might go Goku build, but
I'm not a big fan of that.
no.
Nah.
I heard the survivability was ridiculous in that with that build.
Yeah, your brother plays the build, so you can ask everything about your brother, of course, but...
Yeah, I could, but even hearing other people play it, or having played it, they also said that the survivability is ridiculous, and if you can build it right, you can be almost in a constant state of 7-sided strike or 14-sided strike as it is then.
Yeah.
So that would be really ridiculous. I think it would be fun, but who knows, maybe I'll find another build which is going to be even more fun. I like building my own build, so...
Yeah, same here.
I was watching some other people who were also starting the 5th season, and they were like, yeah, just look up the best build on whatever sites, and I was like, yeah, that's not fun. I like to build my own build and then find the gear. I mean, the frenzy build in Barbarian, I did search if it was a viable build or not, and people were like, yeah, it's viable, you can play it. And then I was like, alright, and I'll find my own way of how I want to play it. So that's my thing.
Yeah, that's everyone just does it their own way.
Yeah, true. You know, I can't blame people to search for a build, but I don't like it personally. It's the same that back in the day when Diablo 3 came out for the first time, that people would buy stuff on the auction house. I was like, yeah, that's not fun. I like to find my stuff. I don't want to be able to, you know, just buy everything I need. That's not interesting to me, because that takes away the entire game for me, you know. The game is built around finding your stuff, not buying your stuff.
True that. I have to agree with that.
Yeah, and trading with friends, sure, you know, if you're in the same game and your friend found something that you need, you know, great, trade, but, you know, that's just the thing. So the auction house was just terrible, for me at least.
I never played the release Diablo 3, so I have no idea how it was back then.
Yeah, just be
I've
happy.
heard stories, of course, but...
Yeah, I've got some horror stories on my own. I mean, you had the normal. You had to go through normal to unlock Nightmare, I think was the second one. Yeah, Nightmare. And normal was cheap and easy. That was just a tutorial almost in the game. But you had to go through it with every character.
Every character?
Yeah, every character had to go through normal, through Nightmare, through Hell, and then to be able to do Inferno.
Wow.
So you were stuck with that, but during the time that you were playing normal, you would find gear which nowadays is tailored to your character. So you would find strength items with a Crusader or Barbarian back then, and you would find agility with your Monk, which is what you're supposed to do because that's the gear you need.
Yeah.
But back in the day, the gear that dropped was just everything mixed together. Like the gear in Outlands here, I've got plate gear that has agility on it, which is a ridiculous thing because no plate using character uses agility.
Nope.
That was the entirety of Diablo 3. Just all the gear was just rolling with everything. So I had as my wizard, an agility intelligence item, which just didn't make sense because I never need agility. If it was stamina, it would have made more sense. Eventually I just found gear that was agility and stamina only, and it became really ridiculous, and you had to rely on the auction house to buy some stuff that actually had your stats to be able to at least do Nightmare.
Yeah, that's bad.
Yes, and Nightmare was already ridiculous in and of itself, and a lot of people did it, but if you did not put hours upon hours into the game and did not buy the stuff from the auction house, you were just stuck. You couldn't get through Nightmare. I never made it through Nightmare to the end with my wizard. I did do normal, but Nightmare I just like, no, I just do not do enough DPS with this stuff because I don't fight the gear. And that's
bad.
Yeah, that was really ridiculous. So, and then they changed it with the console version. In the console version in the PlayStation 3 and the Xbox, you would find stuff that's tailored to you, to your character. So you would find stuff with strength if you're a barbarian. And eventually they put that loot system in the game you know now, and they removed the auction house, and it became 20 times better.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah. And I think there was only like one person who eventually did the entirety of Inferno, which was the hardest difficulty setting. So there wasn't even a torment back then.
Yeah, that's what I know that. Yeah, I know that the torment system came a little bit later.
Yeah, when they overhauled the whole system where you could just start at Master if you wanted to, you know. You couldn't start at Torment back then. It's like, yeah, you need to be level 60 because it makes sense.
Yep.
You know, and that's fine. You know, that's just the highest difficulty rating is unlocked later in the game. That's fine. But you could start at Master if you wanted. You know, if you had a full party of people that knew what they were doing, you can do Master. We trust you. And that was a lot better. You know, just having to grind through normal to do like expert, and then you can only go to Master, and then you can only go to Torment. You know, it made no sense. You had to go through the story and consistently as well, because you know our adventure system wasn't there yet, wasn't implemented, so you could only do the story.
Ah.
It was terrible. And
Terrible days.
then like Torchlight 2 came out, and well, you have played Torchlight 2, right?
Yeah, a little bit, not everything yet. I haven't.
No, but it has some same similarities to Diablo 2.
Yeah, true. Diablo
And-
3.
and-
Diablo 3. Yeah.
Yeah, mostly Diablo 2, if I'm going to be entirely honest, because in Diablo 3 did one thing right, and that was speed. You know, the game just plays a little bit faster, whereas Torchlight is a little bit slower these days, which isn't a problem. You know, it's fine, but it's not the same. And for me, it felt the same as when I was playing Diablo 2. You know, I haven't played much of it, but what I played of it felt really similar. And it came out after Diablo 3, and well, a lot of people switched to play Torchlight 2. It did it 10 times better. The gear you found was way more interesting. It was tailored to your character, and you could make some funny builds, and it, in all overall systems, were great and better than Diablo 3. So Torchlight 2 did it a whole lot better than Diablo 3 at the time. And then of course, you know, Blizzard had to react, which was great, because I like some competition, because it can only become better for us.
Yep.
So that's the story about Torchlight 2 and Diablo 3, like 5 or 6 years ago. It's a long time ago.
It's good that Blizzard reacts to it or respond to it. Of
Yeah.
course.
If they didn't, they could have thrown the whole Diablo series out of the window. I don't think they would have wanted that.
No.
I mean, if Diablo 3 would have sucked the entirety of its life, I doubt many people would have bought Diablo 4, if Diablo 4 ever does get released. You know, if they-
I don't think so, to be honest. It's the same with Warcraft 4. Everyone wants a Warcraft 4, but I don't think that they will release one. I hope
don't
so. It's my dream to have a Warcraft 4, but
Warcraft 4 may not happen, considering a lot of stuff happens in, well, World of Warcraft, which, you know, is fine, I guess.
yeah.
But
having another strategy game is pretty awesome.
yeah,
About
I think they could do with another strategy game. That's definitely true. But I think they don't do a Warcraft 4 because, you know, the story is already happening, so they can't really make another game out of it. Maybe one that's set in more of a future where World of Warcraft has ended. Might be, but I don't know. But I do see them eventually make a Diablo 4 if they have a better system, you know, and it may take like 10 years, which is fine. But I do think they would make one. It's the same like they would make a StarCraft 3, they would make, well, new expansions for World of Warcraft, which they're still doing. I doubt there would be a second Heroes of the Storm, but they would update it constantly, like, you know, new heroes, which they already are doing. Maybe an Overwatch 2. I'd imagine they would, if Overwatch does it really well, I'd imagine they would make a second one. It may take 10 years because that's how Blizzard Activision works, but
Yep.
you know,
Welcome to Blizzard.
welcome to Blizzard games. Yeah, you know, they take a long time, but you know, for the mistakes they make, they do make good games.
Yep.
Which is the saddest part about it. That's why those mistakes are the most annoying thing, because you care. It's like, I care about this, so I don't want this to be bad.
That's indeed the problem with Blizzard. It's just they make so good games, like they're good, and they make some mistakes sometimes. Yeah.
Yeah, well, the biggest one, of course, was for the latest years was Diablo 3. It was a mistake. How they made that game, that was a mistake. But the fact that that people are willing to go back shows that people trust Blizzard to, well, repair their stuff.
Yep.
which usually they do, luckily. I'm not gonna say they do it always, but usually they do it. And they make another one of an example that was a mistake was Warlords of Draenor. It was okay-ish, but it definitely didn't add anything to the game, at least in my opinion, because story-wise nothing happened.
Draenor is better than Miss Pandaria. In my opinion, Miss Pandaria was the biggest mistake of the World of Warcraft universe.
Yeah, well, I don't like Miss Pandaria, but at least lore happened.
Yeah, that's true. Lore happened.
Yeah, and okay. You know, I will still rank pretty much every other expansion above Mists of Pandaria, without a shadow of a doubt. But I can't just put Warlords of Draenor above it, because quite literally during Warlords of Draenor we have done nothing. You know, every bit of lore that happened just is not going to bother us in the future. It's like we've done nothing here.
That's true.
And that's a bit of a shame. Now I would have loved to see an expansion where we had, you know, war happen. If all of those guys, if all of the orc leaders would come to our world and fuck us up, you know, that would be pretty cool. You know, that they would destroy our world, would give us suddenly story that we have to work with. But now we don't. Now it's just, it happened. They were there and now we're not, and now suddenly Legion.
Now suddenly Legion.
Which is a bit of a shame. You know, I love the Burning Legion, and I think Legion is going to be one hell of an expansion, but...
Yep.
You know, they should have started with Legion, not with Warlords of Draenor, because Warlords of Draenor did nothing but hype the movie, which is not going to be great, because the movie may or may not fail terribly. I'm not yet which one it's going to be.
That's indeed also a little bit of a problem. It's either going to be good, or it's going to suck so hard.
Yeah.
Which I hope, of course, is going to be good, but yeah.
I hope it will be good, but considering the lore that they're doing with it, I'm so not sure.
Same here. It's a little bit weird, especially because if you've watched the trailer, if you've seen the trailer, whatever, you see that Dalaran is already flying there.
Yes.
And that's a little bit weird, in my opinion.
Yeah, the Dalaran didn't start flying until...
no, until... Wrath. And that's kind of my problem. Because Dalaran was back then just still a city.
Yep. It was still building up. No, actually, yeah, no, Dalaran was not building up. They were indeed just a city there. And it was a city of mages. You know, that never changed, but yeah, there's a lot of things that I have a problem with the movie if they go that route. I mean, an alliance between humans and orcs never happened anywhere in the story.
No, it did not. Not until the Burning Legion.
No.
Or
exactly.
Reign of Chaos, if you want that. And even then, with Reign of Chaos, it was just a forced alliance. So
yeah,
Thief was trapped Thrall and Jaina together to fight the Burning Legion.
Do it or else.
Yeah,
you know,
do it or else indeed.
That's the first. Yeah, there hasn't been really an alliance between anyone, but it's just they immediately are like, yeah, no, they're cool with each other, you know. Oh, these orcs don't like that one orc, so they're going to work together now with humans. That never happened. I mean, Durotan never went to the human kingdom and said, well, listen to me, King Lane. We should not fight against each other because that guy over there is actually really evil and I hate him too. No, he went to freaking, and this is far later into the story already, he went to Doomhammer and said, you know, maybe we should stop the guy.
Yeah. That's a little bit weird, but yeah. What can we do about it? Not much.
No, you can't do much about it, and I think you should watch it not as a Warcraft fan, but just, you know, as a movie.
Yep.
I don't know. It could be bad. It could also be the best
Really
thing
good.
ever, but
Yeah.
I can't judge that yet. You know, I haven't seen the movie, so the only thing I've seen is the trailer, and I've seen CGI orcs talking with real humans, so that's already been a bit of a weird one, but sure.
Oh, fair enough.
Hello. Just aggroed a chimera that's in the sky. The hell?
Oh.
Yeah. Anyway.